Okay. Hi everyone. My name is Rick. I want to be showing you how to remove a background in Coreldraw and Corel Photo Paint. Now, there's actually about 10 ways of how to remove a background, but let me just go through this. Let me grab this over here. Okay, here's what I was looking for. I was looking through the internet and I was looking for different fishing, marlin, whatever logos, just to show you guys how to remove background. Not going to be using these if they're copyrighted, just showing you for demonstration. But so what I did is I clicked on this right here, which took me to right here, and we've got two logos, two marlin deals here. Now I'm going to move this out of the way, but all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this one up here on top, and then I'm going to copy and paste this one right here. I'm going to copy it from here, and then I'm going to paste it into Coreldraw. Okay, so I'm going to click on that one, and I'm going to copy it. This is the small one, so I'm going to go copy image, and I'm going to bring it into Coreldraw, and I'm going to click off here, and I'm going to click paste. Okay, I just have those red squares in to show you guys that it's got a background. Now it came through with a black background, and let me go over here and click on that bigger one. I'll show you the difference between these. Let's see here. Okay, here's the bigger one. Now if we zoom in here, we can tell that this larger one is way better resolution than this smaller one right here, which can be kind of normal, because when you're grabbing pictures off the internet, if they're a thumbnail or something like that, they are going to be less resolution than smaller. So we're not going to mess with this little one. We're going to work on this big one here. Okay. Now I did want to show you guys. Let me grab this over here. We'll figure out where I put it. You never find anything when you have, let's see. Oh, I can't find it. But anyways, on Coreldraw, on their website, let me see if I can find this. Gosh dang it. Let's see, Coreldraw. Let's see if I can just, let's see something here. Corel Draw keys. All right. Here it is right here. This is what I wanted to show you guys. You can go up here, pause it, and you can go to this same exact web address. It's community.coreldraw.com / all that crap. But these are the hotkeys, and it's just kind of good for your memory to look these things over every now and then, because there's a lot of things I use every day and I forget them, and I just go back there and I figure them out again. But the hotkeys are actually really nice to use. Like say for instance, we click on this marlin right here, and if we want it to go down behind that red square, we would just hit Control Page Down. Now, see how that didn't go behind it? Now, if we hit Control End, it goes below it, because that takes it to the bottom of the layer. So if we go Page Up, it moves it up one, but if we go Control Home, that moves it all the way to the front of the layer. Okay, another thing that's just really handy, and it surprises me that a lot of people don't know this. If you got something selected and you hit Control D, you duplicated that picture. Okay, I'm going to delete that. And if you look up here on the top, we see where these 0.25, 0.25, that's 0.25 in the X direction and 0.25 in the Y direction. Okay, X is left and right, Y is up and down. So if we put say 1 inch 1.0 in the Y direction, and we do that again, Control D. Now see, we moved in a different amount on there, okay? So that's fine. I'm going to hit Control Delete. I'm just going to hit Delete, sorry. That's fine for doing duplicate stuff. Like if I grab this and I hit and I go Control D, and then I can move that. I can do all kinds of stuff. I can do Control R for repeat. But to me, it kind of, I don't like it because it moves everything that exact amount you want it to do. What I'm going to show you here is if we just click on it and we hit the plus over on your numbers on the far right of your keyboard where you got your number pad, you hit that plus sign one time, and then if you hold shift, if you click on it, hold shift, you can move it under constraint, and then that way it's easy to you know, copy and paste something. Now you can also hit Control C to copy. Like I can go here and I can hit Control C. When I got something selected, I just hit Control C and then I hit Control V, and it's going to paste something right where you have it too. That's pretty handy, but to me, it's so much easier to hit that plus sign on your number pad. Now don't hit the plus sign up by your numbers on the top of your keyboard, because that doesn't work. Okay, so let's get back on track here. But I did think those were oh, and another thing that a lot of times when we're messing with colors, and it took me a long time to learn this too. Let's say I draw a square right here, and I'm going to make this square blue. Okay, now if I hit Control, like say I want to add a little bit of yellow to that, if I hold my Control and tap on the yellow, it adds 10% yellow to that each time I do that. See how it's turning more and more yellow from blue? I thought that was pretty cool, and I've been using Coreldraw since it was invented, so I know a lot of the shortcuts and how things work. But anyways, as I said, this little one right here is not very good resolution, and it's not going to work very good taking the background away. Okay, so to get right now, what it's going to do to edit the bitmap is it's going to take us into Corel Photo Paint. So we can either go up here at bitmap or actually object. See, I don't use it like this, but anyways, it's changed around a little bit. But so you can go edit bitmap right here, or I never go up there. I always just right click on it and then I click on edit bitmap. Okay, so it's going to take a minute to think. Also, if for some reason you don't see a Corel Photo Paint pop up, if you look down on the bottom where your icons are and see, you know, where you got programs running, you might have it running and it's just behind something. So just go ahead and click on it, and then it'll bring it forward where you can get to it again. Okay, so this is Corel Photo Paint. What we're going to do is we're going to take backgrounds away. Take the background away. I want to get rid of this black right here. Now there's probably 10 different ways I use to get rid of backgrounds. And they all work, to me, they all kind of work the same. It's like there's different ways of starting them, getting with them, and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just going to show you a very simple way on this one. But those other ways of doing it, let's see, because I don't really, I don't even remember where they're at. So you would go, where is that deal? You would go image and you would go cut lab, okay? And then that cut lab is going to open up a deal, and then you put like a green line around it, and then you put fill, which you want to keep. But to me, this is just way easier. But it also depends on what you're doing. So I'm not going to say don't use the other ways, but I'm going to go right here and I'm going to select the magic wand tool. Okay? Now, if we look up on top of here, we got tolerances and we got plus and minus. And this also right here is lets you overlap modes, so you can add different parameters in there. So if you have this right here, now if I click that and if I hold down shift, let's just go back up. Let's go, oh, and a lot of times too, you can see the mask around here. Okay? Now if you want to remove the mask, you go there and it removes the mask. Alright, so if I'm just going to click in here on the left, and if I hold shift, it'll also, what happens is, right now, you don't see a plus sign, and then if I hold shift, you see this little plus sign come there, and if I hold control, you see a negative sign. So if we hold shift, and we click one more time, see basically we just put two masks in there. If we click one more time over here, now we basically made three masks to, to surround this this little flag sign and this marlin. Now things act differently. Right now it can't get around over here on the left, and it can't get around the bill over here on the right. So anyways, if we push delete, we have just deleted that black background, okay? But now look, if I push delete again, the white background doesn't go away, because whenever you delete something and you don't have a background, you'll see these little squares that come up. Now, what you have to do, and there's two ways of doing this. You go over here to the objects, which you got the same dockers kind of that you have in Coreldraw. Now see right here where I'm holding over these squares, and it says create an object from the background. I can get to the same thing up here in objects, create, let's see, from background. So I would click on there. Now it's going to remove that mask that I already had applied, which is okay. So I'm just going to click again. Okay, so there, I actually had to click twice on that. But anyways, I'm back to having a mask. Now I hit delete, and now the actual background is gone. Okay, so now I'm done in Photo Paint for what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit finish editing up here. Okay, now this is very important right here, where it says do you want to save this, and some people kind of get a little bit confused about what this means, but you do have to hit yes right here if you want to save what you just did back into Coreldraw. So if we hit yes here, this is going to go back to Corel. Now again too, sometimes Coreldraw doesn't come up, so if you want, you can go over here and make your Photo Paint smaller, and then we're back in Coreldraw, and here's what we just got from there, and it looks pretty good. I mean, you can still tell that it's this is low resolution stuff that we're getting off the web right here. If I was really wanting to make a perfect vector image for something, now you got to think about what you're doing here. If you're making a big wrap graphics for side of a semi or something like that, you're going to want to work more in your high tolerance vector stuff. But if you're just putting this on a hat, or a small emblem on a shirt, or you could even print it out and see if it would work on a shirt, or if it looks too distorted. But a lot of times you waste a lot of time doing vector stuff when you really didn't have to do that. And another thing that I wanted to go over with you on this video, and a lot of people don't do this, but I always print everything that I'm working on the media that I'm using to check my colors. Because a lot of times people will just print stuff and then their colors don't turn out right. So it's pretty simple to do that. Just what I do is everything I'm working with. Say I'm working with Sparkout, vinyl, matte, glossy. I'm working with DTF. I'm working with DTG. There's working. I'm printing Echo Solvent. There's a whole bunch of. We're printing 10 ways here, and it all looks different on the type of print and the type of media you're using. So you can get 6 or 7 different colors, by printing on different media and with different printers. So what I'm trying to let everybody know here is what you need to do is you need to print like a color chart out. So say for instance, let me open up this other deal here. Sorry, this computer's running a little slow. I got the screen capture on and all kinds of crap going on here. Come on, baby. Okay. So here is a color chart. And what I do is I take these color charts and, they might end up being 3 or 4 feet long, but I print these on every type of media that I'm going to use. Sparkout, I might have 10 of these things because every time I get a different type of media, I'm going to make one for that media and I'm going to mark it, what a lot of times I like some of these manufacturers that put their name and stuff on the back of the bonding sheet. That way you know what it is. You don't really have to pay attention to marking it. But even if I'm going to print DTF on shirts and stuff, I'll print this on my film, and then I'll also heat press it to shirts. So I might have 10 shirts that just have a bunch of colors on them because I want to know what that color is going to do when it gets on that DTF film, and I want to know what it's going to do when it gets on that shirt, by whether it's cotton or polyester or what we're putting it on. But same way with vinyl, you definitely, different vinyls take the ink differently, and it's just a good idea and it's a good practice. You're going to, believe me, you'll waste a lot less material in the end by wasting some material, to begin with. But I just wanted to show you that these removing background from these, from different photos that you're grabbing off the internet, they can all be a little bit different. Some of them you're like, it just doesn't work right. But just remember that key feature that I showed you about going up here on your objects on the right side and clicking on that to create it from the background. And that's kind of the only way you're ever going to be able to get it work. It's not going to work if you don't do that. So, all right. If you guys have any questions about pretty much anything where it comes to printing or CNC or laser or any of that stuff, or your plotter, just leave it in the comment, and I'm sure somebody will answer it, and I'll try to answer them too. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you watching this. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.